Hey polish fans, it's Caroline again and welcome to another video here at Wild Wind Lacquer. In today's video I have a really exciting haul because this is my first purchase from Plus Life Lacquer. This is a brand that I have seen around. I in fact do own at least one bottle, but I got that through I think Polish Pickup, or maybe it was one of the other smaller boxes. I don't remember offhand, but I know I already own one bottle from them, but I have been meaning to buy directly from them because all of their themes are game related and that really speaks to me. So I have been excited to try them out, and I noticed over the Labor Day weekend that they did have a sale, so I went ahead and shopped their website. I'll post it down below, and I picked out 6 polishes, and as you can see, it did come with some goodies. So we're going to go ahead and take a peek at the goodies that came with this, and then we're going to go ahead and try swatching these. I've got a new setup. Let me know what you guys think of it. But before we get started, let's go ahead and talk about what is on my nails. On my left hand, we have Bee's Knees Lacquer, Your Heart is My Heart. This one is a really beautiful, moody fall polish. The base of this is this really interesting shade of brown that leans a little orange, as you can see there around the edges. And then what tops this off is this absolutely stunning shimmer. On the face of it, you see this beautiful magenta, but as you can see around the edges of the bottle, it does have some shifts to orange and red. Then on my right hand, I'm wearing Dom Nail Polish, Murder Manor. This was a Facebook custom polish for the Halloween Lovers Facebook group back from April 2023, so I'm finally getting around to wearing this one, and as you can see, it has a lot going on. It's actually freaking my camera out a bit. It's kind of hard to see the base, but you can see there at the edge of my thumb, it is sort of this deep berry red base, and then that shimmer shifts from green to aqua. So green is what you're seeing mainly on my nails, but as you can see in the bottle, it does shift to a blue. Then it has those reflective glitters in at least 2 different colors. This is so pretty. All right, now let's go ahead and see what we got for the goodies. It came with this handmade keychain in the little Plus Life logo. I got one in orange. It also came with a mango gummy candy, an assortment of stickers, the little Plus Life lacquer. We have a little, that looks like a Pokemon, but I could be mistaken on that. No, I'm pretty sure that's a mini Pikachu, right? I don't know about the bigger guy. I'm not that familiar with Pokemon, but I definitely recognize Pikachu. And then we have a pixelated lollipop. So those were our stickers. And then it also came with a couple of cards. So one that is the little like Game Boy game Plus Life Lacquer card, tells you about each polish being handmade in small batches. And then the little Game Boy card has tips and tricks to wear base coat and things like that. So 2 cute things. I'm probably going to try to make these into maybe magnets for my Helmers. All right, so now we're going to take a peek at each polish and go ahead and swatch them. All right, so we're going to try swatching on clear swatch nails. The first one that I got was actually because of another channel that I saw here on YouTube. She was going through, I think, her favorite gray nail polishes, and this was one of them. She was a huge fan of Plus Life Lacquer, and this one is Cheers to 1 year. It was, as it would sound, one of the polishes that the maker made for their 1-year indie anniversary. And this is a really cute gray base with these small black and red metallic glitters. So in one coat, this gives great coverage. You're getting a lot of those glitters out on the nail. And then just briefly, the brush is a nice wide flat brush. This is one of my favorite styles. It has that rounded edge and a nice flat paddle brush. As you can see in 2 coats, we get nice and opaque. I actually don't think that very many people would need a 3rd coat for this one. It is beautiful. On the website, the maker has a picture of this used with the next polish that we're going to swatch, which is a topper, and the maker used the square glitters to make a pixelated heart on the nail, which was absolutely adorable. So that first one was Cheers to 1 year. Next up is that topper I was talking about. This one is Pixel Party 1, and it is a topper first edition. And here it is with those pixels in it. Isn't that perfect for the branding? So because you have red hollow square glitters with white and black matte square glitters, you can use these as pixel art pieces, which I thought was such a fun concept. I don't know that I ever would have come up with that by myself. And then this is also a reflective glitter polish, as you can see there on the sticker. So those smaller particles are reflective, but all of that is in a clear base, which makes this easy to work with over other colors. So in one coat, you actually get a lot of those square glitters out on the brush. So they're not too big, not too small. So that was one coat of Pixel Party 1. Next up is a purple. I had to get at least one from the shop. This one is Ball Onlia. I'm actually not sure about that pronunciation, but this is another first edition. And we have this beautiful purple with flakes and reflective glitter again. But the flakes in this are absolutely gorgeous. We see just about every single color of the rainbow. And the reflective glitter in here is either a teal or green. So in one coat, we get a nice coverage of those flakes out. And 2 coats builds this up beautifully. As with most squishy formulas, I'm going to say this is somewhere between a 2 and 3 coater depending on your nail length and application. But this is gorgeous. I love the twinkles of those reflective glitters, and of course all the different colors that you're seeing from those flakes are so pretty. So that one was Bologna. I'm not sure. Next up, I got this beautiful Crelly. This one is called Shroomener. This one is a really beautiful blue Crelly. It is this bright but deep color. It has reflective glitters. Again, I think in 2 different colors because I'm seeing green and silver. And then it has these adorable glitters in a couple of different sizes in those matte pink. And then there's a black component in there that you can see. I'm actually not sure if that is another glitter or a black flaky. But you can also see some iridescent flakes in there as well. Such a pretty combo. So this one does have a squishier base. In one coat though, I still got out quite a lot of that glitter. What I couldn't quite identify are those teeny tiny little black flakes. In 2 coats, we get even more of all of those components, more of the pink glitters. A lot more of that blue component, those flakes that layer up beautifully. 2 coats, however, though, is still pretty squishy, but I love how it's beginning to look. And there in 3 coats, you're building up that blue coverage and more of those adorable pink glitters. I will say I think most people would be fine with this in these 3 coats, but if you are worried about opacity, you could always put this over a blurring base coat. But how cute is that? So that one was Shroomener. All right, now we're getting into some interesting orange or yellows. Both of these I think sort of fall into the unusual category, and yes, I got a yellow intentionally. This one, however, is an orange with yellow glitters. This one is called Mush Mom, and this one has been described by other swatchers as a polish that reminds them of baked beans. Which I find very amusing. And it's also a very unusual color. So it is that really beautiful orange jelly base. It has yellow matte glitters in assorted sizes. And then we have a shimmer as well. So this is going to be unusual, but I was excited to try something different. So in one coat, I got plenty of those smaller glitters. Now I do end up working off one of the larger glitters onto that one coat. Because of that, the first coat is a little bit uneven just because as I was working those glitters around, more of that jelly base did get deposited. In 2 coats, we get a lot more of that beautiful shimmer. I got more of those larger glitters out as well. And as you can see, we are building up nicely to opacity. Although because this is still a shearer base, this is still a 3-coat formula. And in 3 coats, we build this up quite nicely. When you start layering it like this with 2 and 3 coats, the yellow glitters that are on the first and second coat start to change colors because they are underneath that orange base. So I think that's where this starts to really look like baked beans. But yeah, this is a beautiful shade of orange. And yeah, I would say that most people would be just fine with these 3 coats. Of course, it is still going to be a squishier jelly base. And again, I love the layering pond effect that you get with all of those glitters. So that first unusual one was Mush Mom. And then sticking to our food theme, you guys, this one is DLT Baby. That stands for Dorito Loco Taco. And I think this was from the collection of like Taco Bell themed polishes. I think on the basis that Taco Bell is a favorite amongst gamers. And as you can see, this looks just like a nacho cheese with the toppings. It has green metallic flakes. It has red glitters. It has these smaller black glitters. It probably has more things in here as well. I think I see some orange flakes. Some of the glitters are also holographic. But yeah, what an unusual color. And unusual for me too, but I don't know. As I was looking through the assortment of polishes that were available, it just really caught my attention. So in one coat, this is definitely a different formula than the other two jellies. This is more of a crelly. You can see a number of the types of flakes that are out, the orange and the green, the scattering of those glitters. This is making me hungry because, like I said, it looks like nacho cheese. It's the perfect color. This builds to opacity beautifully in 2 coats. I don't think that too many people are going to need a 3rd coat on here. And I mean, look how beautiful that is in 2 coats. Okay, maybe not beautiful. How yummy looking is that? I mean, that is so unusual. Like I said, I don't have anything like this in my collection. Nothing. I mean, that is the most food-like polish I have ever seen. And I even have a salsa polish from Cuticula, but this with that nacho cheese coloration is so perfect and I love it. So that one was DLT Baby. So there we have it. That was the little haul that I got from Plus Life Lacquer. Let me know which ones were your favorites down below, or what you thought of the brand. Do you have any favorites from them, or is this the first time that you're seeing them? I gotta say, I am rather impressed. I try out a lot of new polishes and see a lot of brands that come through either mystery boxes or in this case buying directly from them, and I was really impressed with the bottles, the brushes, the labels, the inspirations, and the polishes in general. A lot of these are very unique to my collection, if not all of these. In fact, I'm going to go out on a limb and say all of these are unique to my collection. I definitely don't have anything like these 4. Even though I do have other grays in my collection, I don't have anything that has these even simplistic colors like the black and red glitters, and of course the 2 food ones at the end definitely are unique. But yeah, even the 2 colors that are more in my wheelhouse, the purple and the blue, feel very unusual in my collection. So really impressed with the brand. I definitely plan on keeping my eyes on them and seeing what they're coming out with next, because now that I have a good taste of what they have in their repertoire, I'm excited to see what they have up their sleeve and what collection they're going to release next. If I had to pick a favorite from this one, ooh, that is another instance where it's going to be very hard because, like I just said, all of these are so unique to my collection. I gotta say, this one right here, that was Pixel Party 1. I'm excited to try this in different nail arts. Now, I do have to be careful on my tiny little nails because while these squares aren't huge or anything, I have pretty tiny nails. So I'm going to have to do some forethought about drawing out the design that I want and make sure that I have enough room across whatever nail it is that I'm going to be doing the nail art on with those, and make sure that I have enough space. But in any case, very excited about that one. So that I think has got to make it up there in my favorites. And the nacho cheese one. You guys, this makes me giggle. DLT Baby. Yeah, it just, like I said, I do not have anything like this, and something about its uniqueness and the fact that I'm getting into those more unusual, even pruggly shades as of the last few months or so, maybe even more than that at this point, like 6 months. This just definitely screamed, you have to try me. So that one has to make it up there in my favorites from this haul as well. So that is those 2. And then I think I got to give it up to the purple. I mean, I'm a purple fan. I'm a sucker for anything purple. And this one, even though I have a bunch of purple, even this one stands out in my collection because I don't think I have anything that has those flakies with a squishy base with this color of reflective glitter. And I love that combo, and it worked beautifully on the nail. I was just really happy with that one as well. So I've got to say those are my top 3, but the other 3 were equally impressive. Nothing to take away from those, but yeah, those would be my 3 favorites. Let me know which ones were your favorites down below, or again, if you are familiar with the brand and you have any other must-haves in your own collection, let me know about those down below as well. I know for myself, I have quite a number of other ones that I have been eyeballing on their website, so now I'm excited to get my hands on more of them. As always, hopefully you guys had a good time hanging out with me and looking at beautiful polish. If you're new, do think about hitting that little subscribe button down below. That way you don't miss out on any of my new videos. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in that next one.